Okay, so now that we know what our money projections are, with any of the sentences that I've shared with you, whether it's money is, and see what comes up for you, people with money, see what comes up for you, and all the other ones that I've given you. Now that we've explored both sides of that sentence for you, and all the sentences for you, reclaiming all those parts of ourselves around that stuff that comes up. A really powerful technique, an approach that I use with clients, and people are fascinated by the experience of this one, is, for example, for me, I've shared, like, the main one that came up years ago when I first did this work was money is freedom. So the part of me that's chasing money is because I don't feel free unless I have money. I feel like I'm not free without money. So first is playing with that projection, right? I am free with and without money. Then realizing that the part of me that feels like I can't even relax unless I'm financially okay, and I in the background, like, I should be working, I should be producing something, I should be making stuff. It's because I'm avoiding the opposite. I'm so terrified of the opposite. Or the opposite would bring up a lot of sadness and all kinds of emotions. So I'll actually use safety for this example. So a lot of us feel safe with money and unsafe without money. So we're craving that safety. We're sometimes desperately chasing that safety, and it's okay. We all do it. So you start with I am safe with and without money. And just play with that sentence, play with all the other ideas that I'm giving you in these videos. And then just get into a meditative state, kind of like slow down, relax, breathe. Nothing crazy, just relaxing and breathing. You can close your eyes. And play with the opposite of what you actually don't want. What you feel like you're running away from or trying to prevent in any possible way. So you would actually say out loud, I want to be unsafe, or I want to feel unsafe. And just see what comes up. And I actually looked up examples. I would first feel into what the opposite of what you want to experience is. But just for the video, I wanted to look up examples of the opposite of different words. So for safety, it could be I want to feel in danger. I want to be in danger. I want to. And some people are going to be like, oh, but you're going to manifest it. If you're just saying it once for an exercise, I don't feel like you're going to manifest it. Some people always say, oh, but your subconscious is hearing that and it might create all kinds of things. What we're doing with this exercise is releasing all that crazy amount of tension around the word and around the state of being that we're spending so much energy, many times unconsciously, but spending a ton of energy trying to avoid it 24/7 without us even realizing. We're spending a lot of energy trying to avoid that. So by doing an exercise once, I don't think you're going to manifest all kinds of crazy things in your life. But if it doesn't feel like you want to do it, you don't need to do it. So the antonyms that came out for safety were danger, jeopardy, vulnerability, and then insecure, unprotected, exposed, unguarded, unsafe. So you can say, I want to feel unsafe. with the freedom example that I gave, I want to feel restricted. I want to feel imprisoned. I want to feel limited. For the people that their money projection was money is power, I want to feel powerless. I want to be powerless. And to see what comes up, and all this sticky stuff that comes up, the sadness, grief, all kinds of things, frustration, resentment, all kinds of emotions that could come up with this. There's a few different options. It could just give you, bring up to awareness things that you were not even aware of, that then we can work on in the upcoming videos and exercises that I'll give you. Or you can even just sit through it, like sit with it and breathe through it. A lot of teachings in spirituality are like, sometimes you heal a lot of stuff by just sitting with it and breathing. And we've already dissociated from so many parts of ourselves, like you've heard me share within other videos, that this is even just like, I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna dissociate from this feeling and experience and emotion. I can feel sadness and still stay here. I can be here with the sadness. I can be here with the frustration, with the anger, with the everything that comes up. You can play around with this in so many ways. Sometimes when I'm doing a session with a client and I can feel there's so much resistance or stickiness or stuff around a specific word or a specific state of being that they're trying to avoid, I have them do this exercise and it can be fucking life-changing. It seems simple, and it is simple. And when I say life-changing, it doesn't mean that you're going to be like a whole new person after this exercise, but releasing all that tension and all those interesting energetic relationships to different states of being can be so powerful to release that, or even just to have a different relationship with it. You're releasing a lot of stuff, but now you're having a different relationship with that thing you're exploring with it in that sentence. So I invite you to do that now that you know what your money projections are. And you can go back to that if you need to, or if you feel like there's more stuff that wants to come up. And now sit with this and play around with this. There's no right or wrong way. Just play around with different words and you'll find one that you're like, oh wow, I did not realize there was so much in there. You can make a note of that and keep that in mind as we move forward with all this stuff coming up, all the exercises and things that are coming soon. And like I said, just have a new relationship with that emotion. And that in itself is powerful and can provide a lot of shifts.